it's overwhelming.
That's big. Um, okay, another one was how do you think social networking in general can harm relationships in any way?
Um, well, again, I think how can it harm a relationship? I think certainly the people that do have a problem that become addicted to whether it be the internet or social networks, obviously that's going to put a strain on relationships and tear relationships apart. Again, stressing the use of moderation with regarding social media is extremely important. Um, just the um, the outreach regarding social media has just grown so much. You have the ability to communicate with so many people, um, just right at your fingertips, and that can certainly be a detriment to friends and boyfriend girlfriend relationships and husband wife relationships. Um, I think the key to that again is not only moderation but also being very open about all those types of relationships. Um, the idea of relationships being torn apart by any sort of media, or whether it be physical or non-physical, has always been there. There's always been something, whether it been the advent of the telephone, or whether it been the advent of television, whether it been any of those types of things. There's always something that's going to be a distraction to any sort of relationship.
Yeah, there's
And
always something.
so, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's always some. I was just saying that there's always something that can deter your relationship.
Absolutely, absolutely. And relationships are extremely tough. Do I agree that probably that social media has had its share or taken its share of breaking up different types of relationships? Absolutely. But again, I would argue that many things have taken its turn and taken its toll on different relationships. And again, it's you can certainly, whether it be technology or any sort of anything can take its toll on a relationship. I guess that's my point. And anything can really take its toll on a relationship, and that really kind of shows the strength of any relationship, whether or not it can weather
Yeah.
a technology type storm or any other sort of problems that kind of crop up.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was a great answer. Um, what are what do you think are the signs that social networking could be harming a relationship? Like you don't know if it's happening, but you like signs that you think might
Sure.
indicate that.
Um, I would think certainly any signs of addiction. People that need to be online, need to constantly check their Facebook or their Twitter account or any of that kind of stuff. Constantly are married to their cell phones or their iPhones. Certainly, that would be a typical sign. Not having an open relationship, whether it be with your parents or your children or your spouse or your friends, is another sign that your relationship could be being torn apart by social networking or the internet. Um, Again, I'm a big advocate of just being open in general.
Yeah.
I of course have passwords for all of my accounts, but my wife knows all the passwords to all of my accounts, and if for some reason she had a need or felt an urge to go in and check up on me, just like your parents may check up on you, I certainly would welcome that. And I think that breeds a healthy relationship, that she knows exactly what's going on, and I know exactly what's going on. If there's ever a question, she has that freedom to go in and check out anything she needs to check out. Um, so, I think the communication, not only here on the internet, but also the communication in person, um, is extremely, extremely important.
Yeah.
And setting up some parameters and also setting up um, some understandings about what this is used for, what I'm going to use it for, why I need to do this, are very, very important, just so everybody's on the same page. That way, it never gets to the point of I'm starting to show signs that this is harming our relationship, because we have such an open relationship that she can go in at any time and check things out, and we can have we can communicate one-on-one and have those conversations before it harms our relationship.
Okay. The last really important one was, what do you think the next big innovative contribution will be to this big social networking thing? Like, what do you think it'll be, like a social network? Oh, sorry, I lost you again. Like a Facebook, something like that, or like YouTube, or those kind of, or something like that, or like a blog.
Um, that's a really tough question. There's if I knew the answer to that, I probably wouldn't be sitting here, at least not in Indiana in this cold temperature and watching the snowfall outside. Um, I think probably, I think there's going to have to be some models of some social networks that are going to need to be set up that's going to actually um, make a lot of money. I think Facebook has set up a very good model, and I think they will continue to build on that. And I think there will be a lot more competition that's going to come in. It's going to continue to build on that as well. Um, and I think involving people more. Out of the 400 million people that use Facebook, only about 50% log in daily. Now, that's a pretty high number, but there's still 200 million people that are missing out on. And Facebook's growing leaps and bounds. And so they're going to need to figure out a way to communicate with those other 200 million. And then as that continues to grow, they're going to have to continue to keep people interested. So I think there'll probably be some sort of continual enticement to get people to continue to come back and visit Facebook and to visit Twitter and to visit those types of things.
Yeah.
Some sort of maybe almost like a point system potentially
Yeah.
will be created that will continue to entice people to come out and do it and visit Facebook. And maybe if they, like for instance, play Farmville, they'll get so many points and they could use those points to, get a coupon for a gallon of milk. I think all of those things are going to continue to be intertwined even more so, and the social media aspect of the internet and just reality itself are going to continue to be morphed. And so that next step is going to be some sort of a cognitive realization of how those two come together and how the involvement continues to grow. What is it going to be called? What is it going to look like? Will it be three-dimensional? Potentially. We've saw a lot of three-dimensional type environments kind of come and go. But I certainly think three-dimensional will probably be part of it. With the advent of the three-dimensional flat panel TVs that are out now, a lot of the big blockbuster movies are coming out in 3D. They've been showing a lot of sporting events in 3D now. I think that and social media are all going to be kind of married together, and it's all going to become into just a great big arena, much like Facebook is now, but just much, much larger, with much more reasons for people to continue to come back and visit and participate.
Thank you very much. That's every question.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, I wanted to jump in and tell you thanks a lot. It was real interesting. I like the facts about the users on Facebook, the women that are, that makes sense, obviously, in the relationship piece. And I'm sure we both could share Facebook relationship stories we've heard about that we'll put the earmuffs on him and not have him part of. But yeah, we certainly have some examples of friends of ours that have had issues with it. So.
Is that right?
Again, we really appreciate it. He's in a class down here at Woodbrook Elementary, and the independent research is nice because the teachers put it on them to get in and do some things on their own and step up. It's a class of 10 and 11-year-olds, and he's just 10, but something he's real interested in, and he's a pretty responsible user. So we appreciate the insights very much.